El día de hoy estamos muy emocionados porque tenemos esta entrevista con Markus de la banda Insomnium que estará próximamente aquí este 1 de diciembre. Hi Markus, for me it's a pleasure to have you here before this next Latin American tour because you've been here like almost 4 or 5 years more or less here in Monterrey.
Yeah. Hola. Actually, yes. With Insomnium, we were there in 2019, so it's 5 years ago. Even it doesn't feel like that. But actually, I was there this year, early in February, with my another band, Omnium Gatherum, in Monterrey and Mexico. So I'm always there, but Insomnium is not.
So you are prepared for this hard weather because it's very like sunny. Now it's kind of winter, but it's still very sunny here in Monterrey.
Yeah, I remember one really nice cocktail place there in Monterrey next to the river, so I'm gonna head there because your winter is my summer. We are having already this dark, miserable, cold season here in Finland, so I'm really much looking forward to go away for a while from here.
A warm place for you. You are gonna enjoy it so much. And this tour, it's gonna be huge because it starts here in Mexico and you guys finish in Chile, I think so. So for Insomnium is a kind of a new chapter. So you have like more than 25 years on this industry, making music, and you're recently with a new album. Well, it was from last year, but you are touring a lot and making more and more plans. So what about this new chapter for Insomnium?
Yeah, for Mexico, this is the second time we've been visiting Mexico, but like we've never played down under Mexico in Latin America, which is, I don't know why we've actually wanted to do that for ages, and now we are finally doing it. But it's not always about us. There's so much more involved than as a band. We just cannot decide that we want to play whatever Cuba or Algeria. It's the managers and booking agents doing this, and we are just slaves in the machine somehow. We've been saying this for years and years that we want to come to Latin America, and now have to be happy that now it's actually happening in 2 weeks.
Yeah, because it's a big, you know what? Many countries were asking about you because they were like, oh, it's only Mexico the previous time, and now everyone can enjoy your music. So yeah, we are super excited about this. And
like we are too.
You recently announced on your media about a celebration for the album Shadows of the Dying Sun. The whole album playing live for next year in Europe.
Yeah, we're gonna do that in January and in Europe, and February, March in Finland. That's gonna be Insomnium plays Shadows of the Dying Sun, and as a double trouble for me, I'm playing in the Omnium Gatherum 2 on the same as a special guest, and we are doing the Beyond album. But that's unfortunately only Europe, because we felt it would be rude to these Latin American people, for example, whatever Argentina, where we've never been before, so we have to play like songs from pretty much all the albums, and not like, hello, we're here for the first time and we play only this one album from our past. So it's gonna be kind of like a best of and new songs also. So
yeah, bring a little of every one of your eras, maybe to enjoy for the first time, of course.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. I don't know the set list myself either, because we haven't done it yet.
Oh, no,
so we will see. It's only new songs that we haven't released. No, just joking.
Yeah. And you were talking about your multiple work. I mean, you have 3 more bands. Well, it's 3 in total. So how you?
4, or I don't even know, 5.
Because you came here at the start of the year, and now you're gonna come with Insomnia. But how do you have enough time to spend with all your bands and your projects?
I have 24 hours in a day, like everyone, which I try to sleep few hours, and then I don't know. This is my passion. This is my work. This is what I do, and I don't work anything else. So I have a quite rad job, and I love it. And I would be doing this even if it wouldn't be my job, because I've been doing this whole of my life. But yeah, I have to agree that with 4 bands, it's sometimes a bit tricky to get all the schedules, because now also Cemetery Skyline came on board, and now we decided that we are doing some shows, and so it's especially with that band, because everyone's playing in so many different bands, it's crazy, but somehow it's doable. And if you have a will, there's a way. There would always be excuses to not do, but if you want to do, you can do it. Like,
yeah, there's
never surrender. And
yeah, there's no excuses for new musicians who are like just starting with on this journey, because yeah, as you said, it's a lot of time for composing, and then for touring, and then for everything, to do media stuff, and it's a lot of work, but you are the proof that you can do it if you want it, if you really want it.
Yeah. Don't sleep, just play. No, kidding. I don't know. Somehow it works out. I don't have a clue how. Every now and then I'm watching my calendar after I've been doing all the stuff, and then I kind of think like, how did I manage to do all that, and how that was so much tours, and where did that album came from?
Yeah, have enough time to compose and everything, but
maybe I'm living in 2 different dimensions. Another one is touring, and another one is doing the music at the same time, and then we just switch.
You have a busy calendar for everything.
Yeah.
And well, talking about bands that are like starting with this, what can you say for bands that are starting with this journey? Because you are sharing the stage with so many bands, like an older ones and a new ones. Because this time you want to share the stage with a band from here, from Mexico, from Monterrey. They are called Vicarious. They are melodic death metal also. So what's like your advice for these bands who are starting with these projects?
I haven't even noticed how we got up this far, and because I've just been doing this thing and just I love this thing and trying to do my best, and then just don't think too much about we have to get big or we have to do that and that. Just do it. Just do it. Don't think about too much. Just do what you love, and no excuses.
Yeah, like enjoy the ride and keep looking for opportunities, because there's nothing like nothing's for free. I guess like you need to hit the door and yeah.
For example, I had every now and then you have to like stop and think a bit like what's happening here, which I don't do too often. But the first show we did with the Cemetery Skyline last summer in Finland, and I used to be like as a teenager a huge Sentenced fan, and then I did an album with Vesa, who is playing drums in Sentenced and in Cemetery Skyline, and then we were on the same stage, and then I'm just thinking like watching that's Sentenced drummer Vesa playing behind me my songs, and this is pretty fucking cool, right?
Yeah, a different feeling. Like as you said, the very first time, it doesn't matter if you have like many years on this industry. It was the first time, so it hits different.
Yeah, and I think I'm still the same guy who listened Sentenced Amok in '95 when I was 13, 14 years old. So
that's a lot of time, a long time ago. And we were talking about this. Well, talking now about Insomnium, you released an album last year, I know 1696. So you have like a more blacker sound. I think maybe it's because the lyrics, because I was reading about, you were talking about a very hard topics that happened in Finland So what is the you continue with your style, like a melodic style, but it's more black, and you have many two new guests. You have a Sakis from Rotting Christ, and you have a Johanna from Ori. So I think they fits very, very well on these lyrics, and the guests are like they have a propose on the song, so it has a very different meaning with them. I think it fits super well. So what is the importance of the guests on the songs that you impact with them?
Yeah. With Argent Moon EP, we kind of had like an approach that this is more like a mellow songs and like a easy listening EP. And already back when we did that, we were just having this joke, and now people think that Insomnium is going easy listening and they're getting old. And we already had decided that the next album will be this grim history lessons of dark medieval times of Finland and the witch trials, and the story was quite harsh and brutal. And it's actually real history, which is harsh and brutal. And then you just cannot do like a mellow, easy listening music for that kind of lyrical concept. So we decided the next album is going to be more blackened Insomnium, and so the storyline kind of like lead us to do that kind of music naturally. And then, well, White Christ, Rotting White Christ. Of course, Sakis should sing in Rotting White Christ. It was even like a bit Rotting Christ influenced song when I write that song. So it was insane that it ended up that Sakis came to sing on that track. Also, same that happened with Heart Like a Grave album and Heart Like a Grave track, because that title track, Heart Like a Grave, I was highly inspired by Sentenced on that track. And then it ended up that Vesa Ranta from Sentenced did the music video. So these nice things that when I'm composing music, I'm thinking something, and then it ended up like connecting in the final product, which is insanely cool and also insanely natural. And then with Johanna, I have to say that song God Forsaken, that I was thinking more like Lapland feel, which is like up north in the Finland. They have this own tribe called Same people, and they are singing Joikhu singing, which is like their completely different kind of singing than anyone else is doing. And I was thinking that this song is having a Lapland feel, and with all the witch drums and stuff, and this would need something like this kind of female Joikhu voice. And then I've always loved Johanna's voice, and then we just asked Johanna, who is actually wife of Tuomas Holopainen of Nightwish, and then I think probably Tuomas was recording Johanna's vocals at their home, and it was really nice and easy cooperation, and it went insanely well. So
yeah, it fits very well, both songs, of course, because you were like starting the album with Sakis with his voice, and it's like if you are hearing like kind of the new Rotting Christ style. So as you said, it's more blacker, but you keep on your classical style with melody. So I really like it, and I think it was the best work from the last year, one of the best albums from that year.
Yeah, thank you. With those feature vocalists, I've never got the idea that many or some artists are doing like the label says, like you have to get some featuring singer, and then it's just like it doesn't even fit. It's just it's this famous artist is singing something on here, and I think we did it more like in the vein of the songs, like these songs needed something else than our band had to offer. So that's why we asked Sakis and Johanna, and that's the way to spice it up naturally, and not like just like poor that we need some big name artist to spice up this.
That's perfect. And you have plans for another album very soon, because we are just ending this year. But I know you are very busy right now with other projects, but there's nothing we can ask about if there's some plans here.
We are still having like a 3 tours after 3 tours in this cycle, and then we are doing some summer festivals, and with Insomnium, and pretty much after that, or already during that, which means like next year we are starting to concentrate on making new music slowly but surely. So
that's perfect. You don't need to rush. It was, I mean, it was very, very I met you guys with Shadows of the Dying Sun. I remember back then, many years ago, and I have some memories about this album with this one, the 1696 album. So we don't have to rush. We will wait for you guys for new work. So, and I know the festival season is huge on Europe, so you will be very busy with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to the old albums now when we are working with the new, but it will come. That's a promise.
Perfect. And I don't know, Marcus, something you want to say to the public here in Monterrey, because you are starting earlier on Guadalajara, but you guys will be there the 1st of December. So something you want to say to our public in Monterrey?
Nothing else except come to the shows, be crazy, be loud, and let's enjoy together what we have there, whatever it will be. And like, I know a really nice cocktail place there in the Riverside, so I'm gonna head out there having one margarita.
Yeah,
at least.
At Paseo Santa Lucia. So there, before and after the show, of course. I hope you enjoy your time here in Monterrey.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Gracias.